Welcome to Life Talks with Immaculate and Sarah. Thank you for coming back and welcome back. What are we talking about today? My outfit may give
Some.
hints.
We are talking about culture and in particular dowry.
Yeah.
What is dowry?
So what is dowry?
Dowry in our culture, especially Iteso from Uganda.
East Uganda.
Yeah, northeastern Uganda. We are from the Iteso tribe. We believe dowry is a gift that your husband will give to your parents and usually all extended family.
Dowry has changed through society and through different times. It's in probably Western culture, even like in Indian culture, from I guess Western culture from movies, a girl usually was the women that gave dowry.
Right.
Like for the upkeep of the girl, really. That's how it seems anyway.
Yeah, but in Africa,
But in India as well, certain territories, it's usually the woman that gives the dowry to the man. Whereas in our African, in our Ugandan, specifically Ugandan, in our tribe,
I think most African culture.
Yeah, it's usually the
man's
the
family
brings.
giving to the bride's family.
Yeah.
We consider it a gift. And in Teso, it is actually your security. Because that's how they gauge whether the man is able to look after you or not. Because if he's not able to pay dowry, then he's not going to be looking after you.
Yeah, they usually say it's in different ways. Like in some cultures, it's property, it's gold. It's like in our tribe, it's cows,
goats, money,
yeah,
things like that.
Certain outfits traditionally would be gomas. Some people call it gomas.
You give the mother for being your mother, her breast, like for you breastfeeding you. That's what traditionally they used to give cows for. Like, and then you give, if your grandmother is alive, they will give hers as well. Like for the baby, because they assume that the grandmother was helping to bring up the kids, so the baby is urinating on her and all that. It's just like to say thank you. Not like the way people now think it is a burden or what. Like, because you prepare for this. Like when you give birth to a boy, you start kind of saving towards this. So that when the marriage comes, it is not a shock. And it was contributed by the whole clan. It wasn't only the family.
By the boys' clan.
Yeah, the boys' clan to the girls' clan. So it was not necessarily only the boy.
Yeah.
And then they would also they will not be unrealistic and ask what you can't be able to pay.
So in our tradition, where the man would bring, so the girl's family would ask specifics.
Yeah. They will ask because when they pay dowry, it is a guarantee that your marriage is now official. The whole clan will recognize your husband's clan as in-laws. It doesn't matter who it is, whether they were present in the wedding or even if you divorce. Doesn't matter. Once the dowry has been paid, that person is welcome to the clan. You are relatives for life. Whether your daughter dies there or you are divorced, the clan will still recognize your in-laws as their in-laws, and they will be respected.
Does it have relevance in today's society where, for example, we live in different, we live in different countries, no longer live in the village. My siblings for example, I married someone outside of my culture and my race. Like my siblings, the boys may not marry someone from our tribe or race.
But for our own respect.
See, so that's where the relevance of it comes in.
Like you have to respect your culture. If we value our culture, we have to continue because we don't want to stop the culture. That's where a problem comes. Then we start to forget our language. Then we start to forget our norms. Then we get lost. Because it's important to have your roots. That's what culture is all about. You understand? Don't think of it like is it relevant today. Culture is forever.
So it's not necessary, I think, people are not asking if the culture is relevant. They're really asking the specific tradition. Because I think we also get confused between culture, norms, traditions. Those things have different meanings. And sometimes it gets touchy. It's a touchy subject. When people say you're forgetting the culture. Sometimes people are saying the dowry aspect of it. Is it something that needs to be amended to suit?
You can't amend culture.
But people are many cultures. People now are asking for way more than necessary.
But which is bad. That's the problem.
So
People
that's
are
what
getting
amending
greedy.
is. People are asking for, how do I even say? Not only are they asking for things that they shouldn't, some people are asking for a home. Traditionally, you didn't ask for someone to build you a house.
But like, do the children have the home?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they are getting married, they are newlyweds. Because we had to offer as well, as parents and as relatives. Like now for you, traditionally, when we would go home, like let's say the marriage happened in Uganda, not the way
in Europe, whatever. You know you're serious when you start doing this. Getting touchy. No, go on.
Yeah.
Hey, calm down.
Calm down. In Uganda, we accept 4 types of marriages. They are all legal. If you marry culturally, you still go and register it in the county chief and what and say the dowry was this much, and so it is legal. Traditional marriage is recognized, registry is recognized, church is recognized, and Muslim marriage. Those are the 4 marriages. So you can marry, you can choose not to register, but for purposes of technicality and legal issues, it's better to register.
I think
so
everyone
you have a you have a document.
Because that's when property issues later, if you work
then you have kind of a document to present that this is evidence that I really got married to this person.
Yeah, I think when we talk about it, my feeling about you is that you think I'm against dowry.
No, I don't. No, I'm just
mostly because I tend to be like, but what if? But also think about it, you know. So that's my feeling.
No, I don't
because
think.
I've not done it, so you think.
No, because like I'm just also stressing like the really meaning and the importance of dowry. It is like if you married, like let's say the church, traditionally our culture, like the clan and your relatives, will not really value your marriage because the man was not introduced to them properly. Like you understand?
Yeah.
So the importance of tradition is all the relatives gather.
Which is nice. And I think
so that they know the family you have got married to.
Which is extremely important.
Like eventually in marriage when the problems come, these people will be able to support you. You understand? That was the idea of gathering all these people and dowry paid. That is an official stamp, culturally, that you came home, you introduced your husband, and we saw him, he paid this and he paid that. It is not like they want to get rich because of you. It was just like to signify that this was official. So it was properly done. Like, there's something when you go to church, you are going to buy a dress.
Yeah.
And the dress is
You're
not
going to feed people.
Yeah. It's not cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah. The same thing with, I think the church wedding is even more expensive than the dowry.
You mean what we do now with the reception?
It is more expensive.
For sure. People are paying 10 grand, 20 grand. So
yes.
Yeah.
So, and yet like the cows, like let's say, when you get married, your brothers will...
When they traditionally get married.
My uncles, my relatives would contribute to this marriage.
For my brothers, not for me.
Yeah, for your brothers. Because the other families bring the dowry to them.
Even to start there, right? So I think dowry, I think that it's harder from a Western point of view. Kids who have grown up in today's world, even maybe my age mate, is because dowry is such an exchange. You know what I mean? And somewhat it's an exchange of a human for the other. It's an exchange. The girl is being given or the man. And I think that's what messes with people's what?
But also it depends on your understanding of what is taking place.
That's what I'm saying. So that's, I think, there's lack of understanding exactly to what it means. And I know from my research, and I asked my cousins, because they were male, because it is and that's another point, it's a very, in our culture, it's a very male culture. So when you start to think of it that way, it rubs people off the wrong way.
But you should think that, like, if you want your marriage, like, everybody wants to get married so they can get a marriage certificate.
Yeah. So
the dowry is actually like a marriage certificate, so that your marriage is recognized officially.
Yeah.
So the beauty of it is, if you divorce, the man is going to ask everything, regardless of how many kids you got there.
Yeah.
But also another thing
He'll
is
ask for everything he paid for
for
dowry
dowry back.
if you get divorced.
Yeah, and
but
then
if it's his fault, the divorce, because you have to also look at
they will weigh that because that's where the two families come together. Who caused the divorce?
Can you
What
take those
problem?
matters to court?
Yeah, you
Or
can.
are they just by the elders in the clan?
If, like, let's say you have paid the dowry, you are a registered official, that's government. You can then use that to go
because
to court.
your dowry is registered.
And then another thing is, like, if the man paid dowry, there was no struggle for custody of the children later.
Okay.
Like, let's see if you separated. The dowry means he will take the kids. There's no
automatically resolves that.
Yeah, it resolves
and that's the thing, the important thing to recognize. Not all cultures have stemmed from a law.
No.
So minus the laws that we are working on now, culture was necessary to resolve issues that we know now of constitution and the law abides you for this. And that's why the cultural norms like dowry came in for the purpose of protecting both the male, female,
you and
the household,
the husband.
kids.
Because, like, if you are paid dowry, you are not just going to wake up today and say I'm divorcing.
Yeah.
It was a long process.
Yeah, involved so many
so many people, like, they will sit down, discuss, counsel you, tell you things. Like, in our culture, they love children.
Yeah.
First of all, they'll say, if you want to come back home, go and get the children, because they know that the husband is not going to let you have the children. So that will initiate negotiations and talking and making the marriage work. So these people who attended the wedding and whatever, the clan, even if, like, later, like, the older people have died, the younger ones, they take over the responsibility.
You hope.
Because, they do. It was like a obligatory or whatever.
Obligatory,
that once, because in the clan they have their records. Such and such married to such and such a person, like that. So when there is a problem, like our culture, like if the man beats you there, the whole clan used to go and defend you there.
Yeah.
You understand? If something happened, like they say, this man always abuses your sister and all. It didn't matter whether it is your real brothers. It was now a clan issue.
Which is fair. Because I think now people feel that women that feel that if dowry is paid for me, this man owns me.
No.
And if I have issues because there are families where once the dowry is paid, if you're being beaten black and blue at home, they send you back. So there have been, but that's not an issue with dowry. That's an issue with someone specific who are being paid.
The people themselves.
But it's easy to blame dowry. It's easy to blame culture for people who are not sane. People who are bad-mannered and treat people wrong. And I think that's where today's culture is getting diluted.
It is that people not understanding the culture. Because in it also, like, for example, if they see that they are mistreating you there, they are abusing you there, your clan will actually offer to give back the dowry, that bring back our daughter.
And someone was telling me, my cousin was telling me that the reason why in our culture dowry was paid to the girl's family was because that girl was leaving their family home, which meant they were no longer entitled to any wealth from their home. For example, heritage. If they could not inherit anything from their home, it meant, the man had to compensate for that for the woman also, which kind of didn't make much sense, but it also meant that that girl, because traditionally women were more homemakers, that all the good she was going to do in that home has been taken away.
Yeah, she's going to develop your home.
Basically, that woman traditionally was going to now develop your own home, not hers, so that you were compensating for that.
And she's going to take your name.
I'll take the name. That's where the whole thing. See, that's another thing, because I've never known our culture to take. No, what you mean is the children will take a man's name. Yeah. That's another conversation. That the children would belong to the cultural clan of the man. Yeah. And they would not have the name from the woman's side. I don't remember the woman takes the name, because usually in our culture,
our culture we don't. But we are still recognized as so-and-so's wife, Mrs. and all that.
Yeah, and we do live in a male society, no matter how, currently we do. So I think when people look at other people's culture, we're quick to judge, let's say African culture, Ugandan culture, with the eye of Western culture today, with where they have developed or the laws they have. But we forget to view other people's culture with where they are at and their history.
And what they are trying to do.
Exactly.
Because we had our own laws.
Yeah,
and customs were laws as well. Like, now, we are kind of mixed up.
Yeah.
But there are things, I always tell you, there are good things from the Western culture,
Yeah.
which you can emulate and adapt. But there are some things from our own culture
Yeah.
that I would like you to keep that were good.
Yeah.
You understand? So you can mix them together to make your life good. Because if you forget where you are from, like you are cutting off a certain part of your life.
Yeah. And I think for me, with Dowry, it wouldn't be the first thing I would want to do. Me as Sarah Patience, it just wouldn't. But because my family is extremely important to me and my culture is my identity.
Yeah.
No matter how long I've been in Europe, I will always be seen as a black girl from Uganda.
Yeah.
So despite how people see me, my culture is important because in my case, I'm married to an Irishman.
Yeah.
So our kids are going to bear his last name and they're going to be raised in this culture. So for me, it's important. What the only reason Dowry is important is to honor you. That would probably be the highest thing. Is really to honor you more, and then also to really respect that my children need something. If I stop doing this, then if I have girls, they won't do it, and then those girls won't do it.
Yeah, that's the idea.
So,
like, even like much as that you want to respect me, but your cultural identity is
it's
important to you as well.
And for me, I think one of the other reasons is I want my husband to get respect
from your family,
from my family, and from my culture. So it almost has very little to do with Dowry. And in my case, it's different because I'm already married. But even before we were married, we saved together. So and his family and his clan is not going to give him money for dowry. And that's why it probably gets complicated from a Western point of view.
Yeah.
So it's really him. And I won't let just him. I'd probably rather pay my own dowry than no dowry at all. Only because, and now, because I know I said it once, and to him it's insulting. So now dowry became important to him. Anyway, it's not the macho thing, I don't think. But anyway, I just think because of the family situation we're in, me and him, that we together we will contribute towards the dowry, because especially our money is one. We don't have his and her money. We have our money.
But also you have an advantage that your family is educated.
True.
So dowry is not really like an issue that will bring problems. Because dowry in like our family, it is a token of appreciation. Like if you give, you give. If you don't, you don't. You understand? Nobody is going to follow you up. Like
I think
because before they used to come and demand, it was kind of like a debt. Yeah. But now it is up to you really.
Yeah.
Like
I think we should keep tradition and culture. I really do. It has a place, and the less we do it, we will, especially Africans, and because we're living in a global world, not just Africans, any family that has culture, the less you practice it, the more these things will die off. And our identity as
you
humans.
will forget dowry. The next thing will be your language. The next thing will be your clothes. The next thing will be your food. So you kind of disappear that way.
But I had one issue with dowry. And like we said, a lot of issues with dowry is misunderstanding. Because it's such a male-dominated decision, and because I grew up in a female home, like I grew up in your household, it wasn't a male-dominated household, it was a single mother's household. Despite the fact that we have more men in our entire family and culture than women, the only time I've observed traditional like dowry, the men discussed and the women were not included.
But that's the...
Which, let me finish. For me, that rubs me off wrong because I wasn't raised by all these men. I was raised by a woman. And I feel that, I know culture, tradition, all that. For me, that woman who raised me should have a say in that. And it always felt like the dowry was I'm very selfish, like the clans. And I know you are who you are because of the clan that you've come from, and that's why I'm who I am, because I'm an extension of you. Yeah. So I can't just honor you and not honor them. I actually just only realized that now, to be honest. But for me, I just hate also the idea that like if there are families where the father wasn't a responsible father, automatically
he comes up.
He comes up and he is owed dowry. Or the dowry should be paid to his culture, or he should For me, I think that's wrong. I think don't, just because there's a male in the, if it's an irresponsible father, irresponsible, he shouldn't, like the dowry shouldn't go to the male.
No, like now really, that's where like the mix of the two cultures comes in.
Yeah.
Like, because you know better, like even if you gave that irresponsible father the dowry, it won't do any much for the family.
If I guess.
So you just give the dowry to the person who's responsible.
That's what
Like
I mean,
in
about
your
culture
case.
is changing. Remember earlier
Yeah.
I said it gets diluted
So
because
in your culture, you believe in your mom.
yeah.
You understand?
In my
So,
personal
yeah,
way
so
of
you
thinking
know that your
about
mom will use this dowry maybe for the family better. You give, if there's an uncle
yeah.
that you think is responsible in the family, you give, it is given to the uncle.
Yeah.
Because you know that it will be used properly. Or your brother, your elder brother, or whatever. Because the same thing before, when they negotiate this dowry, it is not going to go to the whole clan.
Yeah.
It is going to go
It's
to
just
the,
gifts
yeah.
and feeding.
Like you say, oh, because somebody contributed in the education, they say they will give that uncle one cow.
Yeah.
And then the other one. Then it goes to your parents, because usually parents were deemed to be responsible. It's not like
It's
now.
not like now.
No.
Yeah.
But those days, you would have known that your father, he will not waste your dowry.
Yeah.
Because he knows his child is going to suffer there.
Yeah.
You understand? Working hard and all that. So, and sometimes he has to bear in mind, in case the marriage doesn't work out,
Yeah.
I
This
have
needs
to
be
have
repaid.
this to
Yeah.
be given back so my daughter can get freedom.
Yeah.
So that's made people not to waste it.
And that's what we are forgetting today.
Yeah.
I had a gentleman, a Kenyan guy actually, was talking on some show on YouTube, and he said that, and I do believe him, I still think dowry should stay. But I love what he said. He said the best dowry you can really give to a woman, or if it's a woman giving to a man, is the kindness and respect you show the person in your home.
Yeah.
And I think that's where people, the disadvantage of dowry now is because people as them are
Materialistic.
using.
It is now like just
Yeah.
like gaining wealth. But you have to look at it this way. Like dowry is really, it stems from the respect you have for your wife
Yeah.
or your wife to be. Because you are not giving
And the
it because
respect
of
you
this
should have
family,
that
for you
family.
as well.
Yeah.
Like, let's say your husband paid dowry.
Mm.
You are going to look at him differently.
Yeah.
You understand? Total respect that he was willing to do this,
Yeah.
to have me in his life.
Mm.
You know? That was the essence of dowry. It wasn't like now people say, oh, because now she's marrying white, we should get as much money
But
as
people
we
do
want.
that.
No,
They're
that's
just
wrong. Like,
it's
but you are going to put a wrong idea into the
and
other
there has been
family.
situations like that
Yeah.
where like,
Because like if you want your daughter, like you have to think. My daughter is getting married. Do they have a home? Is their life going to be stable? You know?
you need to look at the
Yeah, those the big picture. You are going, like in Uganda we used to pay dowry, but when you are going to your home,
yeah, when the girl then moves out.
like there is a big party to give you away.
Yeah,
So your family then contributes.
yeah.
Like for a girl, they will contribute the kitchen,
Hmm.
most of the things in the
And the
kitchen,
bedroom, I think.
the bedroom as well, whatever they can. The whole clan
Yeah. They set you
contributed.
up.
Yeah,
as
somebody
well.
brought a broom, somebody brought a mortar, somebody brought food, like the
I
seeds.
saw in a picture where this girl was getting married and they had a mattress. The family
Yeah,
had a
yeah,
mattress and now
yeah,
like,
they do.
her.
They used to do that.
Which
even.
is a balance. Whereas
Yeah.
today we only think the man pays dowry and the girl's family
No,
does
no, no.
nothing, which isn't.
When you are being given away, it is just like you saw with your sister.
Mhm.
We had to do the traditional marriage and they're giving away on the same day
Yeah.
because we don't live there.
Yeah.
So we gave.
So for me now, what are you guys going to give me? Because now I have a home. It's fully furnished.
Mm.
I live in Europe. I am going to have, if we do, we are anyway.
It
If
is
we
up to
do
you to
have-
tell us that this is what we want.
This is weird.
Yeah.
I want a broom. I keep breaking the mop in my house. So maybe
But
you can buy me a
the
mop.
room, like just the like to keep there.
Yeah.
But like the family always set you up. Like now in Europe, maybe what we could do is contribute to your mortgage to make it less.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
We did buy me a dry machine, so I guess that
Yeah.
was contribution too.
Yeah. But we do contribute to our children to start a life there. That was the
The
idea.
idea is that to show the man's respect and
Yeah.
to contribute to.
To your starting life as well, because we know that starting a family is not
It's hard,
easy and a
yeah.
home. So your family would give you away with the things that you are going to use to start your family, so that people are not looking at you, they are like nobody. You understand?
Yeah, the girl comes with pride.
Yeah,
like,
that my family
only did that man pay dowry,
my family is able to bring
yeah.
this. Like these saucepans I'm using are given by my mother,
Yeah.
or the other one my aunt gave.
Yeah,
This
you're
and
going
this.
into that home with a whole
setup,
setup
like
behind you as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when the respect comes from.
Yeah.
You understand? Because sometimes some people, when you come from a poor home, they don't respect you.
It happens, yeah.
Yeah, you understand? But when they know that your family, no matter how they were, they really loved you. They gave whatever they had. That's why it doesn't matter which kind of family you come from. Like some families, they say, I'll give a cow. I'll give a goat.
You just give me a cow, I can keep in my back garden.
Yeah. So that's what they will give. Like they give according to their, because they will be happy that you are brought for them a son-in-law as well.
Yeah.
That's a relative for life. We are not going to be related forever. It is not going to end when you divorce or what, like that relationship. When there is something in the other home, you will be invited.
Yeah.
When they, like in it already, like for us, when, like, let's say your husband goes, let's say there's a function at home.
Yeah.
All the in-laws are given their separate card. That's respect.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they will never be left, like you can't come.
You will house those
You will be
in-laws.
welcomed and say the other hand
Not
is
a
for
hotel.
No,
Yeah.
the other one is for the in-laws. This one, like the food, that this is, take this for the in-laws.
Yeah.
Like, that's the respect.
There was the tradition of dowry really brought two homes
Yeah,
together.
together
and
forever.
Respect.
Yeah.
And I think that's something we should go back into. And maybe it would help if it's done correctly. It would maybe lessen divorce rates. I don't know. It would probably lessen.
People should explain what dowry is all about.
Exactly.
It's not all about money.
But this is the problem because I've had friends, both an Indian guy I knew and actually a Nigerian girl I knew, and both times when I asked them, they're like, I'm just doing it for the sake of it. Because the parents also didn't really know how to explain it. And this is the relevance that people have this conversation. It doesn't have to be dowry in your culture, in your family.
You
may
pick
have
what you
different-
think, like what is your gift.
Yeah.
You don't have to be speaking like, and you cannot also expect too much.
And neither should you. That's just
Yeah.
being greedy.
Because like, this is your own child.
Yeah.
Your
You want
child,
to doom your child, like you want to.
no, you don't want those people thinking your child was a gold digger. It is the same thing.
That's the thing, the
Yeah.
concept people have of the
Yeah.
life, blah blah blah.
No,
But,
this is a token. You give what you are able to give.
How does everything actually come to be?
Like let's
start
say
to-
the girl says, I'm getting married, I've got my boyfriend and all that. The boy will write to the girl's family
Write a letter.
a letter
Yeah.
that
I'm so and so.
so I'm proposing to come and ask for Sarah's hand in marriage on such and such a date.
Okay.
Then your family will write
You
back
reply back.
that okay, that day is actually good. If it is not a
What's
good
for
day,
us?
they will say we will schedule
Yeah.
such and such a day, like that. So if the date is agreed,
Okay.
so on the
Both
day,
families.
on the day of the introduction, that's what we call introduction. You come home with your boyfriend comes, you are
Yeah.
home.
The girl will already be home. You don't
Yeah.
come with him.
No.
Yeah.
You like now you will come
It's
with
a function. You
Yeah.
know he's coming home
Yeah.
for you.
So the family will prepare. You saw how we prepare.
Yeah, but for the people who don't know.
Yeah, the family will prepare a feast to welcome the potential in-laws. So the boy comes with his relatives or his friends, and well, usually he will come with his parents and his relatives and his friends. So he comes home. Now that is an introduction.
So he's coming to introduce
Himself.
himself and his family and friends.
To you that he's serious now, he wants to get married. So when he comes, before any talk starts, they will put a table there after greetings or not drinking and anything starts.
Yeah.
So they put a table in the center. Let's say the girl's family
You
is
sit
there.
in different sides.
Yeah, the boy's family is this side. So the table will be in the center where everybody can see. And then you come with your cousins.
So the girl comes with her cousins.
Yeah, to escort you.
Yeah.
Because you know, like the down
Bridesmaids, yeah.
Yeah, like it is difficult to come by yourself. You feel shy, like so. Your
It's like in
cousins,
church, the girl is escorted by
your
bridesmaids,
cousins
yeah.
and your friends will escort you, and you come and pick the envelope quietly, and you go back inside the house and you open the envelope.
Cash money.
If it is less, sometimes are stubborn. They will bring it back.
Okay.
So that
Bring
is
it back to the table.
the boy side adds. the money.
Money.
Because once you bring, you don't even talk.
No one says anything.
No,
Okay.
you just bring the envelope, put it back. That means the money is not enough.
Okay.
No talking or whatever. So the boys' side will
Have
come.
to add more.
They will take the envelope, add money, and then you come again.
Yeah.
You take the envelope. Depends. Like if it's not enough, you keep
Yeah.
quiet there. And
No
then
one returns. Does someone
Yeah.
have to return and say
no.
they've
Once
accepted?
you don't return, it means they have accepted.
So they time it a bit.
Yeah. So then your family will call you.
Okay.
Then you come back. Like, and you come and they ask you,
Yeah.
is this the man you have chosen?
First time.
Yes. They ask 3 times.
Yeah.
And you say yes. Let's see the man.
So, also, it's not the man who has been bringing the envelope. And
No,
it's
sometimes
somebody
it's
else.
his own friend who's bringing the envelope.
So then the man presents himself.
Yeah, then you go and pick your man.
Oh, let's see the man. So the girl goes and picks the man.
Yeah, you go with your
That's
guys.
the day he has a twin you never
Yeah,
met.
because you're introducing him.
Yeah, so you
officially.
should know who he is.
Yeah, you should know. If not, they put the girls together.
Yeah.
You saw how they did with your sister. And the brother stand with spears protecting him.
Yeah.
So the man has to come from there and pick his girl.
So either, so the girl goes, picks the man,
Yeah.
or the man comes
Comes
in
to pick you.
to pick you up.
But he has to fight your brothers to go in there.
Okay.
So
I'll
that's
tell my husband start walking out. That's right.
because they will be standing with spears there traditionally before. Protect their sister. It is a kind of a mock fight.
A mock fight, yeah.
Yeah. But you have to know because the girls will be sometimes
They'll
some
dress the
cousins
same.
the same. So you have to know your girlfriend really well. And some of these cousins they look alike.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know like this is her cousin from the brother, the uncle or whatever.
Yeah.
They look alike. So you really have to know your girlfriend well. So once you pick your girl, you come and then in the center, the people start, and then
Yeah.
the elders go then aside and start negotiating the dowry.
And the elders are just male.
Yeah.
Or do we have another negotiation by female elders?
No, in our culture it is only
So
men.
Yeah.
Unless you really don't have men,
Yeah.
then the elder women
Elder
in the
women
clan
will-
will
yeah.
go.
Okay.
Like the ones they respect, like
Yeah. So do you
Then-
know you
then-
can pick the men? So
Yeah.
the man would know who's
Like
the
me, I had a lot of relatives who are male, so
Yeah.
they went
Yeah,
and
actually,
negotiated.
yeah.
Yeah. But let's say we didn't have, I would go.
would have been the female.
Yeah, like any strong personality in the family can go.
Okay.
But traditionally it was the men,
Men,
like
okay.
our dad, his brothers and your
Yeah.
brothers and all of
What
that.
about the woman's side? Like, so that's the girl's father's blah. Would the elders from the woman, the mother's side come as well for the negotiation?
If they
Or is
like
that
one of
enough?
my uncles, but unfortunately my uncles were
But
all,
let's say
if they lived,
yeah.
somebody
They-
representing my mother's side
Okay,
would
that's
come
what
as
I'm
well.
wondering. There's representation
Yeah,
from both the father
representing
and
the
the
same
mother's
thing
side.
with the boy.
Okay.
He comes
Okay,
with
comes
relatives both from his father and his mother.
maternal.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they will come and then they go and negotiate.
So what are they negotiating?
The dowry, how much they
Okay.
will pay.
So this isn't previously.
No, no.
So the boys' family elders go and talk about how much they're going to pay.
Yeah, and if it is agreed, they come and announce that we have
So
agreed.
also the boys' elders and the females' elders
Yeah, go together.
Sorry.
So then they will come and announce we have agreed this amount. Now we are going to be in-laws. We are going to be merrymaking. Then they say serve the food.
All that time no one has.
No,
Can you
nobody-
serve drinks?
No,
No,
traditionally
no.
before, no.
Okay.
Really.
You come prepared.
Yeah,
you come
have
with your
to-
sandwiches in the
If you
bag.
get a stubborn family,
Yeah.
the negotiations can go up to evening.
Oh Lord. Yeah.
Yeah, so but they will not get, you will not eat food until you have
Or
agreed.
drink anything until there's an
Yeah,
agreement.
and there is an agreement. That's why it is up to you to speed it up.
Yeah.
Like to say that okay, we have agreed. This is
Yeah.
how much we are going to pay. This and this.
Yeah.
But the beauty of it as well, we are not supposed to pay it all.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
problem. It can be paid through the
Yeah,
years.
you can say that I will pay now this
Hmm.
after the marriage. Like you come out,
Yeah.
like maybe a month after.
What is the reasonable dowry ask?
In
What
terms
does
of
that
like
mean?
maybe about depends. Like you now you're educated, they might ask
So let's
for
say traditionally first.
Fine.
In our family, what was it?
long time ago because we are
Yeah.
cattle keepers. We could go like 30 cows.
30.
Yeah,
That's not that much.
even 40
I
cows.
think I'm 100 cow wife.
No, but now like there are no cows anymore. Maybe
So
15,
30 before, so now
15,
15.
10, 20, like that. Depends
Yeah.
on the other family.
How much is a cow actually?
A cow at the moment, because you don't give the calf.
It's not calf.
You
Yes,
have the
brawn.
proper calf. Let's say like
In euros.
maybe in euros could be like 400 euros.
It's kind of a lot for.
Yeah, 300, 400 euros.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So if they ask for 10 or 15 or 20 like that,
Yeah.
depends, because now they'll say, oh, for the mother who did this and this amount.
Yeah.
They add this and this. The uncle, this and this. Like depends on who played a role in your life.
Yeah.
But if they just generalize, okay, like let's say another thing is if you got a child
Outside
marriage,
Yeah.
it is up to your husband as he want to keep that child as his.
Okay, so a child outside of marriage is automatically recognized
As the girl's side. Yeah.
But if you're married, the kids are automatically the man's.
The man's,
side.
yeah.
So if you pay extra in your dowry,
They will ask you, you want.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is up to you. Like if the
choice.
child is yours,
Yeah.
you say, okay, I'm willing to pay dowry so the child is legally mine.
What if one of you came with a child? Let's say the woman came with a child into the marriage,
No.
but not his. Would they ask him
No,
still?
no.
What if he wanted? How does adoption then work?
That is the same way adoption would work.
So, but would they ask him if he would like to recognize the child as his?
But it depends on the father, the real father
because
of
the
the
child could. Okay, I understand.
But-
So it kind of solves legal issues.
It solves the legal issues, because if the child, let's say you got a child with Michael before you get married, that's when they will ask him,
Yeah.
does he want to take the child or not?
Okay.
Because then the child, before he pays the dowry, the child belongs
Yeah.
to your family.
Yeah, makes
You
sense. You
and your
name
family.
the child. Your
Let's
family
say the man
names.
didn't pay dowry. You stayed together. Let's say you're in Europe here.
Like now. So
Yeah. He didn't pay dowry,
Yeah.
and you got like 6, 10 kids. He didn't pay dowry.
Yeah.
In our culture,
Yeah.
those kids are mine.
So those kids should be names from our culture.
Our
Should not
culture,
have his last
yeah.
name.
No, they won't have his last name. If anything went wrong with their relationship, there is no going to court, no what.
Yeah,
The
automatically
kids, you
they're
just come
ours.
with the kids.
Yeah.
The kids are ours.
Okay.
Because he didn't pay dowry. That's the essence of the dowry.
Yeah.
It is sort of the custody laws.
Okay.
You understand?
So
So,
it's similar to culture like now because they in church the girl side is here, the male side is here, the girl somehow
Yeah,
walks
it's
the
the same
girl,
thing,
blah, blah,
yeah.
blah. It has very similar.
but like, that's why I say that people, you should know what
Understand,
culture,
yeah.
like what it is.
So you're saying about the cows. Sorry, I interrupted you. So the cows, so they give cows.
They will give goats, they will give
Traditionally,
money.
how many goats kind of would be?
Maybe 10, 15. Goats are less than the cows.
How much
And
is
even
it?
the money wasn't much before traditionally.
Yeah,
It was less, little money.
like 50 euros or something.
Yeah, something like that. It wasn't, but now people prefer
Exaggerating.
money more
No,
than the
I
cows.
also think people want to show that I have.
Yeah.
So they also want to put more. Than
Yeah,
what is
but
actually-
before,
yeah, it wasn't really.
it was just a token.
Yeah, then you bring sugar,
Yeah.
salt, you
So
just kind
whatever
of gifting.
for the family, drinks and whatever, the gifts. But in Tesorin,
In our culture, yeah.
we never used to bring food.
Oh, so you would do cows? Yeah, because the girls' family would have prepared.
Yeah, they would have prepared the food.
This is why people need to know. Because
Yeah.
our sister, she didn't do it traditionally the
Yeah,
way
yeah.
it tends to
In
be.
Tesorin, we do.
And that's how you start to mimic
Because-
one culture in
yeah,
the country.
Yeah,
Because in
the
Uganda, there's
culture
different
of
cultures.
gifts is
Yeah.
really like
Central.
Baganda
Oh, okay.
and the West, maybe even the West, they believe in cows.
Yeah, so it's mostly
So,
central Uganda.
Central Uganda, that's where they used to bring salt, rice,
Yeah.
meat. What.
So we would
In
just
our
bring-
culture, we wouldn't.
So the man wouldn't have come with any.
Nothing. Because the girl's family would host you.
Okay. that's what I
Then,
did.
when they are going to collect the cows,
So when
because
do they collect the cows?
like depends on the time they have agreed.
Okay, so
Yeah.
let's say in a month.
In a month, you go there,
Who goes there? The boys,
The girl.
girl's family. or
like
just
once
the
they
girl?
have agreed
Yeah.
that you are now going to get married, so they set a date, like let's say in a month after this visit.
Do you
Then-
live with a man after that visit, or you still?
No, you stay home
Because they're
until,
happy.
yeah. But like when your family is going to collect the cows, you will be there to welcome your people.
So you would go
you will go with
earlier,
your cousins.
earlier to welcome your
And
family.
traditionally, you are not going to sleep in the boy's house. You are
Okay.
going to sleep with your in-law, your mother-in-law's house,
Oh,
until
okay.
the dowry is paid.
Hey, they gotta protect you.
Yeah, because for them, like a child before
Yeah.
marriage was a no-no.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
that's
complications it comes
yeah.
with, so it's
Because
just
you can have a
business.
child and refuse you, then
Yeah.
that becomes complicated.
So the mother-in-law's your mother-in-law's job is to protect, to make sure the boy doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
First of all, they have to know whether you're virgin, traditional.
This is where like Westerners will come attacking people to be like, oh, human rights. So yeah, it makes sense.
Virginity was very important.
Yeah.
Yeah, like. So
what if the girl wasn't a virgin?
That would be an issue, like it lessens your dowry.
But the boy, they say no. What if it's the boy who took that?
No, but your brothers will never let you.
Traditionally, it was really the
the brothers, all your cousins, they will protect you so that you don't break your virginity before you get married. That's why they will look after you. They will beat. They will fight to protect. That's the idea of the
shields and the rubber.
So that they are protecting their sister. You can't get like even when you are going there, you are going with your cousins.
So they all escort you.
They will escort you. Yeah, the females.
The females escort you to.
They will escort you there,
and they stay with you.
Yeah, after the dowry, you come back there. Then we do a giveaway party.
So hold on. So if your family goes to pick up the dowry,
cows, and then you come back.
You come back with your family.
No, the next day or
the next
days.
day. Yeah, you celebrate
with their cousins.
Yeah.
You come back. Then the family will prepare a giveaway party.
Okay.
To give you away now officially because the cows have been received. Everything is okay. The relationship has been cemented. Then your family will organize another giveaway party. That's now a celebration. Your family, everybody comes with their gift. I'm giving Sarah this.
Bro.
I'm giving her a chicken.
Yeah.
I'm bringing a goat. Depend. If your family is well off, somebody says, I'm bringing the whole kitchen.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm bringing the bedroom, all the beds, and somebody says, I'm bringing the chairs. Then you are going back then, after the celebration.
Back and forth.
Yeah. Then still when you are going, your sisters, the ones you have chosen.
Like, kind of bridesmaids.
They have to escort you there. So that you are not feeling lonely there.
Yeah.
So they might stay there. Like for maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, then they come back home. And that then their cousins as well, when they are coming, they are going to give them gifts from there.
To live officially.
Yeah, to live officially, like when they are living.
Both sides of family are really
Yeah, it was kind of giving.
And you're spending so much time back and forth, you're getting to know each other.
So when if everything is finalized, your husband's family will gift these girls who escorted maybe a coat, each a dress or something like that, whatever they can afford. And they come back that we have finished to escort our sister. Yeah, comfortable there now. Of course they will ask how was it, is it the marriage, the family okay, this and this.
So we go to check on the girl to make sure that the man isn't an idiot.
Yeah, because like
and the man's family to see how the girl really
from a stable home as well, like people care about you.
Yeah, your people are
Then eventually there is both visits.
Yeah.
Like that. Your in-laws will come to your in-laws. Your family. Your family can come. Like me now, I will go and visit.
The other side.
To see how you have settled at home. Yeah. Like that. Things like that. And like another thing, on the introduction, the in-laws never ate chicken. I think you realize when...
No, I didn't.
Yeah, they don't...
Why not chicken? So...
They believe that the chicken scatters the marriage. On the day of... So you have to eat a ball. You know,
so
ball,
it's vegetable.
A vegetable, and they cook it with a traditional, like kind of soda.
Okay.
Yeah, like they want baking soda kind of. But it's traditional. That's because when the man comes to ask for your hand, he says, I've come to ask for abala.
Oh,
Abala means like somebody who's going to cook, a wife.
A wife is abala.
Yeah, abala. So you will have to eat a ball.
Yeah.
They will not give you chicken because they believe that the chicken scatters marriage.
Yeah, I guess when you cut a chicken's head,
so you will have to eat. You will not eat.
And chickens walk everywhere. Them things they're not trustworthy. Now when I think about it, chicken.
So that was the tradition. So that if you didn't know the in-law is the one who will not eat the meat. He will eat a ball. That's the one.
That's how you will identify. They will not be the ones eating meat. They will be the ones eating vegetables.
Yeah.
So glad I am now because I won't be eating no vegetables. I want all the meat.
But that was their own way.
It's good way to identify if you didn't know who was.
Because they will serve. You will see like the one they will give a ball. That's the in-law.
But I think that's the important thing about a couple knowing itself is each other. Like for example, in my relationship now, like I would somehow know what, let's say, my husband is capable of, and I can explain, and I can know when the envelope comes, accept it in the first run.
Yeah, so that to avoid
yeah,
all
so I
this.
think it just communication matters. It is sad for me because obviously I'm never gonna have that. I'm gonna have a very diluted version of that because there's a high chance when we go, it's only going to be my husband. It's not really gonna be his parents and like maybe his sister. I don't know.
But
But may not be
friends. They can go
but they
if
may
want.
not, because we're going all the way to Uganda. People have commitments and illness. For my in-laws, they may not be able to travel because of just not being well. So like, it is sad that like I will not get that experience. That's why probably for me it's more, and maybe that's why he thinks it's more for me. It's not on my culture than it's hard for him to see his place in
now we have to introduce him to the whole clan. But we could still organize the traditional marriage here. But the importance is for the clan to know him.
Yeah.
So he gets the respect he deserves.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, let's say if I'm not there, you understand? So that when he goes there, he's automatically recognized.
Yeah, people
Without us like
introducing,
him. They say, oh, our in-laws come.
Yeah.
And somebody comes, so we have to go and see the in-laws come. I'm bringing food. Traditionally, it was really beautiful.
Yeah.
That the whole relatives will cook and come. And even some will say, come, you have to come and see my home. And they slaughter goat there, or a chicken for him. And they say, come to my home as well. So 1 month is going like
visiting.
Then you get to know the relatives.
Yeah.
You
really become one.
You become one as a family.
Yeah.
The same thing, like, it was interesting like that. It wasn't as bad as people are painting it.
I think like I said earlier on, we are excusing poor behavior of an individual, calling it culture, and saying, oh, it's the fault of the dowry. No, it's the fault of that disrespectful person in the relationship.
But usually the clan will correct that.
Yeah, that would be
like,
the essence.
That's the clan. They will say you can't treat, like, let's say your husband left you.
Yeah.
The clan can refuse that if you want to marry another wife, you marry. But for
his
us,
clan will not let him marry.
No, they'll say this woman, you have to give her land.
Yeah, at least set her up before you go
off to another woman, and they will help you.
Yeah,
that's the respect of the dignity that you get.
Of dowry.
That they recognize you as a wife in that clan. No matter what happens, they will not abandon you. Even if the marriage doesn't work out between the two of you, the clan recognizes you. Especially if you have children.
You have children,
They will not. Like, you can separate for years. But when the kids get married, they will call you back. They will accord you that respect. That you have to come because your children are getting married.
I think that's what marriages today lack. And I think we lack the unity of both families. I feel like, and to be honest, when you get married, it's like that wedding day and then that's it. People forget all about it. The families may come visit, they may not. People see when they see you. Some families don't even see them till the next funeral. Or the next celebration.
In our country, we are cousins, anybody. Like, let's say,
there's a unity.
If somebody came to Ireland from our clan, even without me telling them, they will just say, I have to go and see Sarah now that I'm here. Let me go and see Sarah, how she's with her. Because they are coming to see how your family is the man looking after you. Then they go back and give the report.
And how are your in-laws treating you?
Are they treating you well? And that's the essence of introducing your husband.
And also because the woman, when if she passed away, would be buried in in the man's side.
But they will still go for their children. And another thing is, if you get children, if they get married, your mother's side, your father's side will still contribute to the dowry. So it is not only you. Like, there's that recognition that he came and he did his part. Now it is our turn. We have to do like this. Like, when your children get married, like the boys, who would contribute as well?
My in-laws. If you ever watch this, are contributing. I'm messing. You don't have to. I'm sure we'll figure it out. But it's interesting. So thank you for taking the time.
Like, people are missing that out, but it kind of secure their marriage. Like, you will not get up just from nowhere and say, I'm divorcing. That's out. The clans have to sit immediately, a meeting. That's what's going on. Of course, you trust that your own people will stand for you. That no matter what you did,
They'll stand by you.
They stand by you that we want to get to the root of this. What happened? This and this. Why is our sister like this?
Yeah.
Why is she not progressing? Why is she like this? She
It's not
failed.
the way families were being.
Yeah. So she failed when you brought her here. She was looking nice and fat. She's not eating.
Yeah.
You know.
She's losing weight.
Yeah. That's why you remember you had to go there when you are looking healthy.
Yeah. That's why like a more curvy.
That's when they know that they are looking after you there.
Like a skinny.
But if you go home thinner than you are at home, they know straight away that you are not being.
They don't know you've been dieting.
Yeah. They don't know. What they will say that family is mistreating our daughter.
Yeah.
She's not looking well.
I remember my auntie say, "Don't worry, even you when you get married, you'll gain weight." I was like, "Okay, thanks. Guess then I'll be happy."
Yeah, because that's the way they get their
That's how they
happiness.
felt.
Yeah.
If you gain weight, then
They don't have to ask you any questions.
Yeah, that's probably why culture for most Africans, not only Uganda, people say like, "Oh, you're fat." It's like a compliment. That like,
It's a sign of wealth.
Of wealth, you're doing well.
You
Whereas
are
if
doing
you're
well.
skinny, it's like
if you are
what's wrong
skinny,
with
you are
you?
suffering.
I'm suffering.
You are not feeding in that family.
I'm not feeding
I
you
have
well.
to go and
You need
find
to come
out.
visit your in-law. Well, Mami, thank you so much for that time, and I hope this has been useful for you and that you'll take something positive out of this. If you have any questions, we have the resident in the house who'll tell you about dowry, but get to know what it really means in your culture.
Yeah.
And remember, it's not the tradition that's the problem. It's us,
Our individual.
our individual disrespect, I guess.
Oh, even in like our attitude towards dowry.
Yeah, but if you're the one not acting, will change. But yeah, well, thank you for being with us, and once again, thank you for joining Life Talks with Immaculate and Sarah.
We look forward to our next video.
Exactly. Subscribe, like, and click on the notification bell so you find out more about it.